Well, hi, everybody, and a very pleasant Thursday evening to you, wherever you may be. It's Steve Dolan here on East County's 107.9 FM, The Mountain. Right away, we want to welcome our first guest who had quite a career out here in East County and is doing very well also at San Diego State. We want to welcome to the air Lorena Bauer from San Diego State softball team. Lorena, how are you this evening?
I'm good. It's a little toasty here in Arizona, but other than that, I'm pretty good.
Well, Lorena, tell us what you're doing out in Arizona and what's going on with the Aztecs out there at Arizona State.
Well, we've qualified for the regional, the first round of the College World Series, and we're out here and play Georgia tomorrow at 12:30, and then the rest of the weekend is to be announced.
Okay, well, now this isn't anything new to you. You've been to the regionals a few times now.
Yeah, this is our third time here. Every year I've been at San Diego State, we've made it to postseason, so it's really exciting. Most of the team knows what to expect. We've all been in this situation before, so it's going to be a tough regional, but I know we're prepared.
Well, Lorena, what's it like playing in the NCAA tournament? Of course, you play all season to get there, and then you get there. What is it like? Does it get to a different level for your team, or what's it like?
It definitely gets to a different level. I mean, regionals and postseason, it's what we talk about from the beginning of the season, even before season. It's our goal. And once we work so hard to get here, it's kind of like it's relaxing almost to know that you've made it this far. And once we get here, we just play our game. We don't second guess ourselves, and we know we're a good team because we made it to postseason.
Okay, once again, we're speaking with Lorena Bauer. She's today, no less, was named first team all-regional player, West Region. She's from San Diego State. She bats cleanup. She's a designated player for the Aztecs, and she's also out of Steel Canyon High School here in East County. Lorena, talk a little bit about your career going back at Steel Canyon, what it was like there, and I understand you still go to the games there sometimes.
Yes, I do. I'm very close with the coaching staff at Steel Canyon. Julie Neubauer is an awesome coach. She helped me so much throughout my career at Steel Canyon. She pushed me as a player. She got me a lot of looks with colleges and stuff, and it was a really fun experience. Definitely a good one.
Well, I know, Lorena, during your time at Steel Canyon, you had a great career there, too, before you've had a great career at San Diego State. I know you were a letter winner for 4 years. You were a four-time All-CIF selection as a pitcher and an infielder. Did you ever have the thought that you might pitch in college?
Yes, my goal is to still pitch next year. It's just unfortunately, I came here as a freshman, and there was two awesome upperclassmen pitchers, Sam Beasley, she was also at Steel Canyon. And then my sophomore and junior year, I struggled with injuries, and I just haven't really been able to perform on the mound.
Now, Lorena, when you got out of Steel Canyon, did you always want to go to San Diego State, or what was that whole recruiting process like?
Before I even went to Steel Canyon when I was in middle school, I actually started going to camps and stuff at San Diego State, and from a very young age, I knew I wanted to go there. I admired the coaching staff, the school, the team, just what they represented and how they practiced, and so pretty much going into Steel Canyon, I knew I wanted to go to San Diego State.
Okay, once again, we're talking with San Diego State's all-West region softball player, Lorena Bauer, out of Steel Canyon here in East County. Now, Lorena, now that you're there, like you say, this is your third year in the NCAA tournament and all. How do you feel about your team's chances this weekend over there at Arizona State?
Well, we know we're in a tough regional. We've got two tough teams. We haven't played this year. We've played San Jose State. We beat them earlier in the season before conference, and it was a tough game. We've watched video on ASU in Georgia, and we know what to expect. We know what their pitchers throw. We're prepared, and I think that we have a really good chance if everyone plays their A game and we keep our heads on straight and really work towards our goal as a team. I think we can come out on top this weekend.
Well, once again, Lorena, you mentioned earlier that you open tomorrow against Georgia at 12:30 over in Tempe, Arizona. The Aztecs do. And then, of course, after your game, Arizona State plays San Jose State, and the two winners meet, and it is a double elimination tournament. Does that help a lot, being in a double elimination tournament, knowing you've got a little bit of leeway? Hopefully you don't lose any games, but you've got that chance.
Yeah, it always does help a lot. Our past two regionals, we've taken advantage of the double elimination, and we lost in the first round, but we fought our way to the championship Sunday, and it helps a lot to know that we've got two games.
Once again, we're speaking with Lorena Bauer. She's a all-West region player for San Diego State. She prepped right here at Steel Canyon High School in East County. Now, Lorena, I want to talk a little bit about your career at San Diego State. Certainly for people who know you, they know that you're a power hitter. And for people that don't know you, I'm going to tell them a little bit about your power. You're only a junior, and yet you already at San Diego State are tops in career in home runs with 41, RBIs 133, extra base hits 79, and you're tied for first in doubles with 36. Have you always been a power hitter?
Yes, I've always been a power hitter ever since I started playing softball.
No, what do you attribute that to? The fact that you've been able to hit the ball so well and so far for so long?
Well, at such a young age, my dad, he really helped me and prepared me. He made me swing a heavier bat than everyone when I was younger. He always made me play with the older kids, and he was always there to help me practice and push me, and I owe a lot of it to my dad.
That's great. And now, being at San Diego State for 3 years and all, how do you feel about the progress that you've made and the team's made in the past 3 years?
The team has grown a lot since I've been here. We're closer. We mesh better on and off the field. We're defensively we're better. Offensively we have more power hitters. A lot more people can put the ball over the fence than when I got here my freshman year, and it was just we're definitely growing as a program, and it's easy to tell when you come and watch us play.
Well, Lorena, one thing is I noticed here with the Aztecs this year that Patrice Jackson was named the Mountain West Player of the Year.
Yes.
Rebecca Arbino was chosen Mountain West Pitcher of the Year. Mm-hmm. Danielle O'Toole was Mountain West Freshman of the Year. And, of course, your coach, Kathy Van Wyck, was selected as Coach of the Year. Talk a little bit about how much Kathy means to the team, because like you mentioned earlier, she gets the Aztecs into the NCAA tournament pretty much every year.
Yeah. She is a great head coach. She knows when to push us. Our practices are always run really well. She puts us in situations by playing tough teams throughout the season, so we stay on our toes, and we're always preparing ourselves for postseason and the kind of teams we're going to see. And she's a great coach.
You mentioned earlier, too, of course, you play Georgia tomorrow. Tell me a little bit about what you know about them and what it's going to take for the Aztecs to win that first game and hopefully stay in the winner's bracket in the NCAA tournament over in Tempe.
Well, we know that Georgia definitely has a lot of power hitters. As a team, they have over 90 home runs, I think it was. Their pitchers, they throw really hard. They've got one girl that throws like 67 miles per hour. We were watching video on her on the bus ride over here to Arizona. So we know what we're in for.
Now, Lorena, when you mentioned she throws 67 miles an hour, people need to realize, too, that a softball pitcher is a lot closer to home plate than, let's say, a major league pitcher. So that would probably translate into like somebody throwing a 90-mile-an-hour fastball if they were in the major leagues.
Yeah, it's close to that. We pitch from 43 feet away, and I believe baseball's at 60 feet. It's a big difference.
Yes, definitely. Now, once again, we're speaking with Lorena Bauer. She today was named to the first team All-West region team. She's a cleanup hitter, designated player for San Diego State University, and again, out of Steel Canyon High School here in East County. Now, Lorena, how much does it mean to you? And you also had 3 teammates, I believe, also voted the All-West region team today.
It's definitely an honor. I didn't know what to say when Jamie had told me this morning. It's great to see other teammates getting recognized for their hard work and everything, and it really makes our program look good, and these players deserve it, definitely.
Mm-hmm. And also one thing, too, you were named to the All Mountain West team again this year. That's going to mean a lot to you, too, saying that, hey, you were one of the best players in the conference.
Yes, it definitely means a lot.
Okay, once again, we're speaking with Lorena Bauer, San Diego State softball. Lorena, As the Aztecs get into the tournament now and all, I guess one of the things you really want to do is become a national player. Do you guys feel like every time you go in, hey, we're a national player, but now here's really our stage where we can really show how good we are?
Mm-hmm.
And now the teams you're playing in the tournament, we mentioned earlier you play Georgia tomorrow. Certainly the team that everybody's looking at over there is Arizona State. They're the number 5 overall seed. Have you had much chance to see them? And if so, what do you think of Arizona State?
Well, we watched a couple of games of them that they had played earlier in the season. They're a tough team. We played them my freshman year here in the regional, and they have good pitching, solid hitting, solid defense. They faced really good quality teams throughout their conference, and they're tough, and we know that, but we're ready to beat them.
Okay, and Lorena, the other team in the tournament too, San Jose State, you said you played them earlier this year. Talk a little bit about what you know about them, having played them earlier this year.
We played them earlier this year, and we beat them 2-0. It was a good game. It was close. We had a couple of clutch hits and key situations, which put us ahead in the game. They had good pitching. They hit the ball pretty well, but we played really well. So they're definitely not a team to look past either. They're pretty good.
Now, before we let you go, again, we're speaking with Lorena Bauer out of Steel Canyon High School here in East County, who's now a star player at San Diego State University, holds many of the career power records there already for power hitting, and you're only a junior. We don't want to look ahead yet, Lorena, because obviously you have the NCAA tournament, but what kind of goals can you set for yourself in the future after having 3 great years there?
Just keep moving forward. I want to be as productive as I can for my team and really help us succeed as much as possible.
Now, if I could ask, how do the Aztecs feel going into this regional at Arizona State? Do you feel like you have a reasonable chance of upsetting Arizona State and winning this whole thing? And what's it going to take to do that?
I definitely think that we do, and I'm 100% sure that every single other person on the team feels the exact same way. We know we're a great team. We've made it this far. We won conference, and we know what we need to do, and we know that we can play with these teams.
Okay, final question for Lorena Bauer, star player at San Diego State University out of here in East County from Steel Canyon High School. Once again, talk a little bit about what Steel Canyon meant to your career before you got to San Diego State and how that's really translated you into becoming the player that you've become.
Well, like I said, Steel Canyon, it's a great school, and the sports program there was awesome. I couldn't have asked for anything better. Julie Neubauer, she's the head coach of the varsity team now and was ever since I was a freshman, and she's great. And they have a good team every year. She really prepared me for college and what to expect, and she's a great coach.
Well, we're out of time now, but we want to thank Lorena Bauer so much from San Diego State University and certainly from Steel Canyon High School here in East County for being with us. And Lorena, best of luck in the NCAA regionals, and hopefully you get past this and get in the next round.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lorena, and have a good night and good luck over in Arizona this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks. Take care.